Okay. So when we're talking about these behavioral therapies or behavioral training, I'm glad that Ms. Mercer talked about routines. And routines is everything. Yes, ADHD can be overwhelming. It can be daunting. It can be really, suppressing. But there are strategies that you can employ for yourself that will help you, to overcome, yes, to overcome the symptoms. Somebody asked last time, does this go away? Do you outgrow it? We do not have any research to say that you can outgrow ADHD, but there are mountains of research that says there are little simple, seemingly simple things that you can do that can help you, navigate whatever the symptoms. Just like I said, the symptoms does not present the same for everybody. So you have to choose what is the symptoms for you. And so you can find what can I do to help me, navigate that. Uh, routine, daily routine matters. It's important to have routine. All of us, we have routines. And people with ADHD tends not to like structure, but they need structure. They tend not to like it. So they need structure. If I ask us to share our routines, maybe your morning routine or your bedtime routine, or maybe even your commuting routine, all of us have routines that we follow. And this will be very important to help with impulsivity. It will help with inattentiveness. It will help with so many symptoms that presented itself, you know, um, if we would try to do it. So, but I recommend that you choose one thing that is not working, one thing that you want to change, and then set up a very clear plan. It's also important to have an accountability bodies. If you do not have an accountability body, nothing will get done. You might not do it because when you share your plan, then it moves from being a plan to becoming it becomes an action. It becomes an action that somebody can hold you accountable for. And you have to be the person who is willing to change, have to come up with that particular, okay, this is what I want to do. This is my plan to do it. Now I need it to help me by holding me accountable. Also, identify your motivation. Your what is it that motivates you? Is it external motivation? Is it internal motivation? Um, so you want to identify what is it that will help you to keep going. What do you need? Do you need somebody to say, "Oh, well done, you're doing great" on a daily basis, or do you maybe that doesn't bother you, but just knowing that you don't have to pay parking fees because you get to work late and then you park in the wrong place, and then because of that there's a ticket on your car by the time you get out of work, maybe that's enough motivation for you, which would be internal motivation. That now I see that, oh, I don't get ticket anymore. I'm not paying parking ticket anymore. Maybe that's enough motivation for you. But you have to find what is your motivation. And um, people with ADHD, they also have challenge seeing the future. So they want the motivation right now. And that's the reason why they would rather play when they have work to do, because they want the motivation immediately. They need the reward right now. So it is important that the person really um, bring the future to the present. I don't know another way to say. So, and habits, because actually research shows that 43% of what we do every day is driven by automatic responses. That means our habits, something that we already train ourselves to do. And I'm going to give us an example. This is an example of a woman. Well, that we work with before. She's also a teacher, but she comes to work late every day. And she was just so embarrassed by it. It got to the point that she was embarrassed and she just said it. And she cried about it, like, okay, now something have to change. And we brainstormed what can be the solution. And when we came up with the solution, she agreed to do what she agreed to do is to wake up earlier than she used to. And then she put it into practice. She also find accountability partners, not just her family members, even her student. She told her student, I was surprised that she would even tell her student, and she did. Like, okay, yeah, I got here every day late, so everything is, is chaos because I didn't, you don't have the right mind. You're already stressed even before your day begins. So, and she decided to go through it. And this is her own word, quoting her. I decided to get to my school 30 minutes early each day. And then she did it. I put this up so that we can see the process that it involves and the work that it involves. And we know that habit is something that you really just have to do purposefully. You have to just, yeah, it is it becomes something you just want to do, and you do it, but not because you enjoyed it, but because you must do it. So she said I budgeted extra time for traffic. I had in 20 minutes to my time. This meant I left for work 1 hour 20 minutes early. I told my friends and family about my goal. I also told my students, and everybody was super supportive. And two of my friends and my sister offered to text or called me 15 minutes before it was time that was set to leave each day for the first 2 weeks. So I approached it one day at a time. And each week, when the school day began, and I was ready at my desk, the kids gave me high fives. So you see the motivation and for her persistence. So I feel so calm as I start the day now. I also get an excellent parking spot because it's not yet crowded when she will get there. And it's been 1 month of success. This is a new routine because I shifted one habit. So, and she said, I am an adult with ADHD who has never done this successfully in the past. And she felt so accomplished. So we see that it is important to have one goal, have a plan, accountability partner, and then go for it.